Hello, it's me, Richard Lewis Brown. Today's May 30th, 2021. It's in the afternoon. I think it's after 3. As you know, I posted a quick video this morning, the labor of love. So you probably wondered what that meant. And so a lot of people confuse unions and labor. And what they don't know is that before the unions got started, it was about labor, and then it became, quote, a union. So when you hear people say, hi, whoever it is, when you hear people say union, people oftentimes think political. But when you hear someone say labor, that's about the movement of helping the working class, the working poor. That's a little different, because when you say labor, the working middle class and the working poor, they could belong to any type of political party or no party at all. When you hear unions now, that's referring to political, and 9 times out of 10, the word union will be associated with the Democratic Party. So that's why I did that quick video this morning about the labor of love. Okay, so I'm gonna make this kind of fun. I just did a 2-hour video with a few other people on the Shop Talk with Robert Bays and Frank Perry. And I want to thank those guys for letting me come on. So a lot of people are concerned about me winning the election and if I'm actually sworn in on June 26th and where I'm going to lead the union. And so let me quickly say this. I'm going to be nice to people. I'm going to be transparent. It's going to be, very different than the current president. So people are concerned, what will he do? My whole platform is very clear. So when they said, Richard, we're ready for change. If you remember correctly, and hopefully the people who voted for me remember, I didn't say change. See, that's how I can tell people pick and choose words they want to use about me. I did not use change in my platform. That's MTC, Unite Members for Change. That's what they say. I never told you change. I said we're going to create something we're going to create a new culture of excellence. That's what I said. So when you change things, people tell you they're going to change things. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and sometimes they just change things to benefit themselves. But me, Richard Lewis Brown, I want to create. Kind of like life. Life was created. The planet was created. The word create is a much, much stronger, more powerful word. First you create, then you change, okay? So I'm about, let's create a new culture for Local 1000. People are afraid of creating a new culture. People are resistant to change. And so a lot of people are asking me to back off on my comments about this individual called Gavin. I'm not backing off. I meant every word that I said about Gavin, okay? And I want people to know, when you take our money from the represented employees of Local 1000, we don't forget. Somehow, Local 1000 leaders have amnesia. And I'm going to take my time and lay this out for you, okay? Because I do things unscripted, unedited, unrehearsed. Eventually, I will have to do things scripted. Okay. Do you remember when Brown came in 2011 after getting elected in 2010, and under a signed contract from 2010 to 2013, he took 1 day's pay, the 2012 POP? Do you remember that? That Democrat? Remember that? Did you forget? Did you forget the 2010 POP? In order to get that contract signed, we had to agree to give up 1 day's POP for Brown on his way in to become the new governor. Do you remember that? He was elected in November 2010. That contract got signed, I believe, November 8th, 2010. But we have to give up 1 day's POP, 2010. And then again in 2012. That was 2 days with Governor Brown. I don't like Governor Brown. I didn't vote for him in the 2014 election. A lot of you did. This man took your money, 2 days, but you voted for him. And I want you to remember this fact before I get to this Gavin Newsom. When Schwarzenegger did what he had to do, he just furloughed us. Do you think if we had a Republican governor right now and he asked us to give up our money, we would have gave up our money? Do you think we would give up our money to a Republican? Wake up. Because we wouldn't. I can guarantee you that. But these local 1,000 leaders, they're getting ready to turn around on June 2nd. They already know the decision's made already. They're going to give this man $1 million. Because, quote, when I say, we're going to run his ass out of office, they're offended by that. Okay. So the person that took 2 days of pay from you, that has caused holy hell for you for this last fiscal year, we're going to turn around and run back to help this man. You must be some type of new fool. Okay, I'm going to tell you that, because I'm not. You can't hustle me like that. And a lot of people with their fancy college education, and I got a fancy education just like they do, fancy college education, they're so intelligent, but yet they're being hustled. They don't even see it. All right? He took our money, didn't have to, and he was scheduled to take 2 more days for the next year. Remember that? But because of the recall, he cut that off. And now we're going back next week to try to get the 2.5 from July 1st, 2020. But he's going to put the OPEB in there, so you're not going to come out ahead. And for people who can do quick math, the 2% for July 1st this year, plus the 2.5 from last year is 4.5. But if you do the OPEB at 3.5 that they want to put back in, you only get a 1% pay increase over 2 years. That's quick and fast. But these people who are so smart don't even see that. They don't even see it. Let me say this to you. I'm for all represented employees of Local 1000, not just the dues paying members. See, when they tell you members, that's political. Because if you don't pay money, they don't care about you. See, that's the real case. And that's what they want me to be quiet about. Okay? You don't pay money, can't be a job steward, can't vote. We don't want to hear about you. But yet, they tell you that they still care about you. No, I love you. These Local 1000 leaders, and I'm not going to say their names, they collectively love the politicians, okay? That's what it is. That is what it is. And I've been speaking this. And so now they say, we want you to back up. You don't speak just for yourself. Actually, I'm just the president-elect. But in all reality, I haven't been sworn in. So, as I said this morning, I'm your servant, I'm your activist, I'm your friend, and I'm your excellence. Every minute of the day, I'm going to fight for you. You don't see me take it off. I didn't do no victory lap when I won. I kept working. And people say, well, you don't have to campaign anymore. You can put your transition team together. How do you know I'm not working with people right now putting my transition team together? How do you know what I'm really doing? How do you know? Are you thinking I'm just sitting back relaxing? Is that what you think? You think because I won this election, I'm just walking around like with a big head? No, I'm steady working. I got a lot of work to do. And I still need you, and I'm always going to need you. So I say these things because they want me to be quiet. And I told you this. I said, I'm going to catch these people in their hypocrisy. Remember when our union was having those Black Lives Matter discussions? And I made that little statement, Yvonne, I don't want to hear about you talking about Black Lives Matter when you can't protect white people's money under a signed contract. Remember I said that? Remember when I said that? And black people were marching, demanding justice. And so here I am marching, demanding justice for all of us. And they want me to be quiet. They want to silence my voice. I don't have to worry about the police harassing me. I got my own union harassing me. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to be intimidated. I'm going to keep it the way I have. This is how I campaign. I'm going to keep doing the same thing. You're not going to intimidate me by sending cops to my house on alleged charges of a woman screaming, which was a lie. Now you're going to try to give money to Gavin before I get in, give him $1 million to help him out. Now you're trying to silence me because if you give him the money, then you can say, this is our position. So Richard, basically, you got to shut your mouth until you walk up in there. See, that's what this is really about. Shutting Richard Lewis Brown's mouth down. Shut him up. Shut him down. That's the council culture. But yet in the same hand, the party I belong to, these Democrats, tell you Black Lives Matter. But obviously, my Black life doesn't matter. Hypocrites. Hypocrisy. I told you I'd catch you in your lies. I told you. They tell you Black Lives Matter, and they're having all these discussions. Talking about what can we do for black folks when they interact with the police. But you want to shut me down. And all I'm trying to do is make sure everyone has the right to vote, whether they pay money or not. I'm trying to encourage people, if we're going to get out of politics, so you can come back to the union and you can feel good about it. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to unify my union by getting rid of any type of political issue that divides us. And we know politics divides us. And when you see these people, have you ever noticed, I say Local 1000? You ever notice you don't see me in purple? You ever notice that? And these same people who tell you, it's not about the politics, it's just about helping our members. And they wear all that purple stuff because that's the colors of SEIU in Washington, D.C. You ever wonder, I don't wear purple? You see me in this orange. This is my trademark. Orange for the sun in the sky. Beautiful, warm. The sun was created to help us. And then blue, orange and blue. When you see orange and blue, you know I'm true. You know I'm true. You know I'm true because I'm in orange and blue. All right? And so on my website, I'm in that navy blue suit, in that orange tie. See, I've never lied. I had them same colors in 2018. I didn't change up on you. I stayed consistent. And I kept putting my faith in God through Jesus Christ. And when people said, do they want to hear my belief in the higher power? And I said, if you believe in the power of positive mindset, then you and I must be on the same song, on the same beat. Don't stop believing. Don't ever stop believing. Hold on to that feeling, because this is a journey that we're on. And it's a faithfully, with open arms. We're on this journey together, okay? This is it for us. Things are really going to shake up when I take office. I'm not going to be quiet. And when I say that I'm not supporting Gavin Newsom, I mean that, and I'm not backing up. They can try to intimidate me all that they want. But until they take that vote, that secret vote, because to be honest with you, the Zoom meeting on June 2nd, next Wednesday at 6 p.m., do you think the union is going to make that Zoom meeting transparent so you can see each DLC president on how they voted? Do you think they're going to make that Zoom meeting transparent for all of us to watch so you can see who called for the roll call and who seconded that emotion, so that we'll have a list of names of which the statewide officers, the 9 bunk chairs, and the 50 or 51 DLC presidents who said that Gavin is more important than you. Because you need to know who loves the politicians and who really loves you. Because what that is going to tell you is you're going to see who I'm able to work with. And to be honest with you, they're showing their hand. They're letting you know off top that these DLC presidents, the ones who got reelected, who are on this board right now, and the bunks, if they get reelected, they're telling you that they're against me already. So when they tell you on Facebook, Richard needs to lead with professionalism and with dignity and thoughtfulness and have well thought out sentences. Use your words carefully and wisely, Richard. You may upset the governor. You understand that I don't work for the governor, okay? I've been drinking water. It's been a long day. Look, I don't work for the governor. Guess who I work for when I go on union leave? Guess who I work for? You. You voted for me. You put me in office. Now, some people didn't vote for me. I have to represent them too, but I will. And I've already tried to make alliances with people. But I'm going to show you, if you keep watching these videos, and when I become the union president, I'm going to show you how these people really are and how they really get down. I'm telling you, it's going to make you laugh, but it's going to make you really upset, because you're going to find out that everything I have said was the gospel truth. The gospel truth. I haven't lied. When I tell you things, take it to the bank. And they've been telling you, well, this money, that, that we're going to give Gavin, it comes from the Coke. No, it doesn't. Do your homework. That Coke money that we have, that goes to international in D.C. That money doesn't come back here. That's a separate set of money, and that's voluntary money. Look at the dues dollar breakdown. Some of our money goes to politics in that dues dollar breakdown. A lot of that money. And if you look at our operations, if you do 20% of those operation costs, because our staff over there, half the time, they're involved in political work. You don't believe me? Okay. I got something coming for you. I got something coming for you. I mean that. These people want to shut me down. And all I'm doing is fighting for everyone equally. Not just the dues-paying members who can afford to pay the dues, okay? Because some of our people are living paycheck to paycheck, and they're in pain. And they want someone that's going to express the pain they're in. And they've never seen no one like me until I showed up. It's always been the same old, okay? And remember, when MTC won in 2018, everybody was optimistic. But here's the funny thing. When they won, nobody was scared. Nobody was scared. See the difference? Do you see the difference? I win. Woo, people are scared. I'm the scary black man. I'm going to do something crazy. Yeah, I'm going to reduce your dues by 50%. See, while they give money to Gavin, they're rushing. We got to save Gavin. Gavin don't need you. Gavin comes from a rich family. He has rich friends. He's got wineries, businesses. He doesn't need you. And I'm trying to reduce your money. The same people who are rushing to give him all this money are be the same people who will say, don't you dare reduce these dues. I want you to think about the hypocrisy of this. They want me to be quiet. And so when I said we're going to run his ass out of office, people got upset. Oh my God, he can't talk like that. I can't believe he said that. As long as you think these politicians are our bosses, you'll never have anything. When I hear someone say, the politicians are our bosses, no, the hell they ain't my boss. On my state job, I do have a boss. I have a management team, actually. There's a bunch of them. I don't answer just to my immediate boss. I answer to that whole management team. But when I'm on union leave, I don't have no boss, except to you. To represent employees of Local 1000, you're my bosses. Not these politicians. They didn't get me elected. Listen to me. They did not get me elected. They did not stand by my side, put up with me and my behavior, on my good days and on my bad days, and say, Richard, we're going to give you the opportunity to lead us. Those politicians weren't by my side. They didn't vote for me. You voted for me. I answer to you. Now, I have to represent everybody in the union. But I wouldn't be representing everybody in the union if it wasn't for you and your belief in me. I wouldn't be in this position. And this is where these, quote, politicians lose themselves. They did one thing to get in on their campaign, but once they get in, they turn their back on you. Have I turned my back on you? Have I? I'll never will. And they said, Richard, get off of social media. I'm not getting off social media, and I'm going to keep tweeting and Instagram and Facebooking. When you want me, I'll be around. I'm going to be totally transparent. And so when they try to say he's no different than the current president, wait a minute. Did the current president give you a 10-point platform? Did she give you that? Has she ever given you anything? I got a lot to say. They're trying to break my back on this 10-point platform. They're trying to destroy me from this side, from that side. I'm ducking, moving around. They're trying to take my head off. Now, they're doing their job. I respect that. But imagine if these people who are attacking me in Local 1000, I'm not saying their names because it's Sunday. I'm going to act like I got some sense today because I'm supposed to be 100% professional all the time. And I'm just going to tell you up front, I'm going to be professional. I'm going to be dignified. I'm going to be calm, cool, and collective 90% of the time. 10%, okay, I told you ahead of time. Okay, these people want me to act this way, but yet they fight me so strong. Could you imagine these people fought this way to protect your wages and protected you when the COVID kicked off? Did they have that same intensity? Did Yvonne come through and tell you, don't you worry, we're not giving up a dime? Did she come to you and tell you that? But I'm the one that's angry, out of control, he's delusional. Did she protect you? Has she ever protected your money? Remember the furloughs? The 3 days, 2 days, and then 3 days? She never lost any money. She never lost a dime. And when they took the strike vote, did she carry forth that strike vote? Did she say, we're stronger together wearing this purple? Did she stand up, stick her chest out, and say, we ain't giving Schwarzenegger a damn dime? Did she? Did she? No, she didn't. She folded like a cheap tent from Walmart. And I called Walmart because they ain't for unions the way they do their damn employees. They working 60 hours and pay you 36 hours. I said it. And we got people in our union shopping at Walmart because they can't make enough money because they're trying to survive to take care of their family, but they can't even have a guaranteed contract because the union won't do its job. I told you, it's Sunday. I'm preaching to you. Now, I gave you the labor of love this morning. That was a quick 2 minute. So I'm smiling. But now I'm giving it to you all out. When has Yvonne helped you? I'm going to give you something. Always, they say, don't say much. Get up in office first, Richard. Don't say a whole lot. But I always try to give you a little something in these videos to see who's really watching them all the way through to the very end. Listen to this. This is serious, very serious. About transparency. And I tell you, I love you. We've had some really high quality job stewards lose their stewardship with the union. And it hurts my heart because they cared and they felt like no one listened to them, and they just got hurt, and they just either lost their stewardship for whatever reason. Today is May 30th, 2021. Now, I don't know how Annika Walz feels about this. She got reelected VP, Organizing and Representation. But I always tell you my videos are live and unscripted, and I go with the flow. Any job steward who lost their job stewardship, I'm going to give you a warning because I'm supposed to stay presidential. If you call me after I'm sworn in and say, you want your job stewardship reinstated, don't ask me to act professional because I'm going to say, hell yes. Where do I sign? What do I got to do? Well, Richard, we're not the president. We don't know the form. Well, get me the form. Somebody get me the form. Okay? You're going to be reinstated. And the board's going to flip out on me. Oh, my God, there he goes again. Because I love you. And then Annika will get me back in line and say, Richard, we have a procedure. We have a method of what we do. And then she'll talk to the chief of staff, and then they'll pull me aside. Richard, there you go again. Now, don't do that on your first day, Richard. We got to do things in a certain form and fashion, Richard. Come on now, Richard. We talked about this. And all I'm trying to do is tell everyone in Local 1000 I love you. Well, we can't act emotional. We have to be very well thought out. I just can't make this up. I've gave you the warning. If you lost your job stewardship, don't come at me on the first day on the job because I'll give it back to you. And if you guys create a list on Facebook, everybody who lost their job stewardship, Richard says, if you go at him, he'll give it back to you. You know he's crazy. You can quote me on that. You can quote that in the time and stuff. I'll give it back to you. And the board will have a fit. They'll be like, oh, no. But the board is giving this money to Gavin in an emergency. And so here I am trying to show the emergency of helping you on my first day by reinstating job stewards because we don't have enough job stewards. I guess if you say, Richard, you're out of control, you can't make everybody a job steward, which I think is still wrong. It's part of my 10-point platform. And then the ones who lost their job stewardship, who already have the knowledge, you say I can't give it back to them when Yvonne purposely tried to silence these people's voices? And then I'm the one? And then you say I'm just like her? You know what you did, right? You know what you did. The news media knows who I am. Whether they swear me in or whether you try to get me out, no matter how you come at me, the news media will be right there watching. And when I tell the news media how I'm a registered Democrat and how fellow Democrats are being hypocrites, talking about they support Black Lives Matter, but when I'm trying to help everybody be able to vote without having being forced to pay money, you know, and they're going to say, what? What are you saying, Richard? I know where this is headed. See, this is going to backfire on you. It ain't going to backfire on me because I wasn't expected to win. Now, God put me in this, but I wasn't supposed to win. So someone said, what's the worst thing they can do to you? You can't do anything to me. I'm a black man. What can you do to me? I've already had my dignity destroyed many, many years ago, many times over. You can't do anything to me. You think you take something from me, you're going to destroy me? That's just part of being black in America. We already know what time it is. We're not supposed to be successful. I'm supposed to make it past 21. You guys really don't know. I don't have anything to lose. I got everything to gain. Now, the DOC presidents, boy, they got something to lose. He said, well, Richard, what are you saying? Oh, I don't know. I'm just crazy. Keep watching me. Keep watching me. I'm going to do it all out in the open. What I'm trying to say to you on this Sunday evening on May 30th, 2021, Richard is forever grateful for you giving him the opportunity to be your servant, to be your activist, to be your friend, and to always, always be your excellence by working for you every minute of the day. Because I want to keep you safe. I want to keep you safe. I want to keep you protected. I want to make sure that you have guaranteed wages. You will get that 21% pay increase. See, this is what it really comes down to. They want to shut my mouth down because I'm trying to unify the union. And when I call them out because they're being hypocrites about Black Lives Matter, here I'm being a black man, I don't have to worry about the cops harassing me because I'm getting harassed by my own union with them calling the cops on me when I could have lost my life. What this really comes down to is the money, though. Don't ever forget that. They're mad because there's a guy named Richard Lewis Brown who won the election in a shocker against all the odds. And he's demanding a 21% pay increase on the next contract. And he's not starting his contract negotiations in 23 because the contract ends on June 30th, 2023. Richard's starting up now. He's starting now. And so I'm trying to mobilize everybody right now so that we're rocking and rolling and we are in unison. So in order to unify our union, we got to stop all the political spending and everything and come together and heal. Because our country is completely divided over politics. And so this job that I'm doing, bringing the union together through the gift of God, when this happens, everyone from outside the union and the other unions are going to look and say, Richard, how did you do it? We need to know. We need to know what you did and how you did it. Who's your team? Who inspired you? Who was writing your stuff? Who was... So this is what I'm saying. If you think I'm going to let up also off of Gavin, I'm not. I'm going to keep tweeting at him. And now someone said, once they give that money on June 2nd, they effectively have shut your mouth down. That's correct. I've been getting quiet through Texas, and they're telling me, you better run your mouth now before you get, because once they give the money, you can't really say anything until after you're in office. So they said, you better talk as much as you can in these next few days. And I'm going to give it everything I got because they're watching. Newsom's people are watching me. Local 1000's watching me. The news media, everyone's watching to see if I'll fold. I'm not a cheap tent. See, I was built with labor hands, working people, okay? Working people who made substantial wages. And let me end you with this. When you see these people wearing the colors purple, You know what time it is. They're not with you, and they're against me. I don't care what they say about alliances. If you see them wearing that purple, and they're acknowledging that they believe in the color purple, that's you don't know. I'm telling you, just sit back and keep watching me. Keep watching me. And I'm going to show you their hypocrisy. And I've shown you over and over and over again these people. If you think I'm going to sit here and let someone take your money and not raise holy hell, you got another thing coming. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to set in stone. They will never, ever take our money again. And that's what they're worried about, because they see people coming together and uniting. And they don't want to get Richard the ability to bring us all together. And that's why they're working around the clock. And that's why I said I have to work around the clock. So I won the election. They sent the police to my house. I said, the hell with, basically the hell with Gavin Newsom. Now they're giving them money. So now I'm coming back and I'm doubling down and I'm saying I'm not stopping. And so now they'll make their next move by giving them, doing the vote on June 2nd. And then they'll say, you can't talk about Gavin anymore. And I want you to remember this. They were telling you about Black Lives Matter. And our president is a black woman. Do you think she gave me a courtesy call to say, hey, brother, you all right? Did she, Yvonne Walker, a black woman, call to say, hey, brother? Oh, Richard, are you okay? No. See, I knew I'd catch her. See, when I was telling you, and all the black folks was watching me saying, man, what you talking about, brother? What you saying, man? That's what I'm saying. I knew what I was saying. I wasn't wrong, and I knew it. She never called and said, well, man, you all right? What did that tell you about our leader? Yeah, I said it. You make it a great day. I still love you. I still love Yvonne. I love everybody. But don't think you can treat me any kind of way and think that we gonna be cool. I'll still love you, because you know what? That's the right thing to do, is love everybody. You love your enemies, even though they come at you. You love everybody. But you don't have to condone their behavior. You just don't. So what I'm trying to get you to do is get on this love train of labor. The labor love train, and put on that orange and blue. And that way we'll know. When you see the orange and blue, you say, oh, they with Richard. They're going to wow out. You see folks wearing purple? You know what time it is. You know what? I'll stop there. Thank you. Have a great Sunday. And yeah, you'll see me tomorrow. I ain't done. Thank you. Bye-bye.